It started on a Wednesday night. I was in my room, lights off, scrolling through Roblox servers out of boredom. My friends were offline, and every game on the front page felt recycled. I was about to log off when a friend request popped up. The username was player_000. No profile picture, no bio, no friends. Join date, tomorrow's date. I thought it was a glitch until they sent me a private message. Join. Now, attached was a game link. The thumbnail was pure black. The title was just a single period. No likes, no dislikes, no visits, but somehow it said active. One player. I stared at it for a good minute, convincing myself it was just some weird inside joke or an ARG. Curiosity won. I clicked play. When my screen loaded, my character spawned in a dim hallway. The floor was shiny black tile, the ceiling too low, lit by fluorescent tubes that flickered like they were struggling to stay alive. Far at the other end, there was another player, tall, thin, and wrong. Their Roblox proportions were stretched unnaturally, limbs too long, head too small. They didn't move. They just stood there, watching. I typed in a chat, "Hey, is this your game?" No reply. The player's head snapped toward me instantly, the animation jarring and unnatural. For a moment, my heart skipped. There was no username floating above them, just an empty space. I took a few cautious steps forward. My footsteps echoed in the silence. Halfway down the hallway, the lights flickered. In that split second of darkness, their face changed. No longer a Roblox texture, but something human, pale, and blurred like an overcompressed photo. Then the lights came back, and it was a normal Roblox head again. I froze. My mouse hand trembled. The player began walking toward me, each step perfectly in sync with the flicker of the lights. Step, flicker. Step, flicker. The sound of their footsteps wasn't the usual Roblox thud. It was heavier. Vet. I backed away, hitting the wall. When I turned, the exit door I'd spawned near was gone. In its place was another hallway, stretching into darkness. A new message appeared in chat, but I hadn't typed it. "You should not be here." I yanked my hand away from the keyboard, but the text kept typing on its own. "Leave your room." My first thought was that they meant my Roblox character's room. Maybe this was all some elaborate horror map. But then I realized something that made my skin crawl. The in-game hallway wasn't generic. The peeling wallpaper, the uneven ceiling, it looked exactly like the hallway outside my bedroom in real life. I turned my in-game camera to the side, and my stomach dropped. There was a door where my real bedroom door should be. Same scuff paint, same crack near the hinge. The players stopped walking. Their head tilted slowly to one side, as if they were studying me. The flickering lights dimmed until only my character and theirs were visible. Suddenly, the chat box popped open again. Level 1 is over. The screen glitched. My Roblox avatar stretched and warped before being pulled forward, like the game had yanked me into the darkness. The next map loaded. When the screen stopped glitching, I was standing in a massive, empty space. The floor was dark concrete, the ceiling too high to see, and a single spotlight illuminated a table in the distance. Everything outside that beam of light was pure black. I moved toward the table. My footsteps echoed unnaturally long, as if the sound was bouncing off walls miles away. On the table sat a Roblox hat, an old one I recognized instantly. It was a limited item I'd owned years ago, but had deleted after getting scammed. When my avatar picked it up, the faint whispering began. At first, it was just static, but as I stood still, the words became clear enough to make my chest tighten. "Behind you." I spun my camera around. In the far darkness, barely lit by the edge of the spotlight, a figure was running toward me. Fast. Much faster than any Roblox sprint animation should allow. Their limbs moved erratically, glitching between frames, as if the game couldn't render them properly. The whispering grew into a distorted roar in my headset. The game froze for half a second. Then, the figure was suddenly much closer. Panic surged through me. I hit escape to leave, but the leave game button was grayed out, unclickable. My cursor moved sluggishly, like my mouse was lagging, but everything else was perfectly smooth. I yanked my Ethernet cable from my PC. The internet icon went red, but the game stayed connected. My Roblox avatar still stood under the spotlight, frozen, holding that old hat. The figure in the distance had stopped running. It was just standing there now, head twitching at unnatural angles. Slowly, it raised its arm and pointed directly at the camera, at me. A new message appeared in chat. You are not in Roblox anymore. My monitor flickered to black, then lit back up, not with the game, but with a live webcam feed. My webcam. I could see myself sitting in my chair, breathing fast, eyes wide. Behind me, the door to my bedroom was slightly open, even though I was sure I'd closed it earlier. From my headset came a faint knock. The knock wasn't just in my headset. It echoed through my actual room. I ripped my headphones off, heart pounding so loud I could barely hear. For a moment, there was nothing but silence. I turned slowly toward my bedroom door. The gap was wider now, just enough to see darkness on the other side. My monitor flickered again, pulling my attention back. The webcam feed was gone. Roblox had returned, except the game map was no longer that empty concrete room. It was my neighborhood, perfectly recreated block for block. The street, the trees, even the faded mailbox in front of my house, all there in blocky detail. My avatar began walking on its own, heading toward my in-game front door. In the top corner of the screen, a message appeared, final level. I didn't touch my keyboard, but the doorbell rang in the game. And then it rang in real life. I froze in my chair, every muscle in my body locked. The doorbell's chime still echoed faintly in my ears, both from the game and from downstairs. On my screen, my Roblox avatar stood at the doorstep of my in-game house. The camera angle shifted on its own, turning so I could see the front yard. Something stood at the end of the walkway, tall, unmoving, its face a blur of static like it was censored. The chat box popped open again. Open it, or I will. My mouse refused to move, my keyboard unresponsive. All I could do was watch as my avatar reached for the doorknob in game. My real front door creaked at the same time. I pulled off my headset and held my breath. The house was silent, too silent. Even the usual hum of my computer fans seemed distant, muffled. Then, from my headset speakers, even though they weren't on my head anymore, came a slow, deliberate knock. 3 knocks. I dared to peek through the peephole. Nothing. Empty porch. No one in sight. But the feeling of being watched didn't go away. My skin crawled, and my breath hitched in my throat. I backed away, heart hammering. Turning back to my monitor, the game was no longer showing the street, but a pitch-black void. The chat box filled with static, then one clear line. Final choice. Suddenly, the figure from the porch appeared inside the game, standing right behind my Roblox avatar. Its head twisted unnaturally, face morphing from blurred static to a pale, gaunt human face with hollow eyes. The screen flashed white, then the game crashed. My monitor went black. For a second, everything was silent. Then a message appeared in glowing red letters. You are next player _000. I sat frozen, staring at the red text glowing on my black screen. My breath was ragged, and my hands trembled so badly I could barely hold the mouse. Then, the game window vanished, replaced by my Roblox homepage. But something was wrong. My profile had changed. The username wasn't mine anymore. It was player _001. My avatar looked like mine, but distorted. Eyes too big, limbs too long, colors washed out. The friends list was empty, except for one name, player _000. A new private message popped up. Welcome to the game. I tried to close Roblox, but it wouldn't quit. The logout button was grayed out. Then my phone buzzed. A notification from Roblox. Player _000 is online. I dropped my phone on the desk and leaned back, heart pounding like a drum. A chill ran down my spine while my computer screen flickered again. The Roblox window reopened by itself, and the game loaded. The same black hallway from the beginning. My new avatar stood alone, staring into the darkness. Then, a message appeared in the chat. The game never ends. Suddenly, footsteps echoed behind me. Slow, deliberate, getting closer. I turned my camera in game, but saw nothing. I looked away from the screen for a second, and when I looked back, my avatar was gone. A new username hovered where I had been, player_000. The screen faded to black. The last message typed itself out in glowing letters. Join us.